are capable of winning races. But you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series. Tonight, dirt all over all those big old trucks. Eldora Speedway. Going to be a fun one for sure. 29 drivers have checked in. A quick good evening to Mr. Bill. And it do what it do, Mr. Beards. The gas, having problems with the gas. I don't even know if I see him. Did he not have enough gas? Oh, there he is. He's fourth quick. Did he not have enough gas to get to the racetrack? Is that the gas he's having problems with? I can't even say that on air. That's, all right. 29 of them out here making a bunch of laps. We're going to see some qualifying and some heat races. A shortened practice session. I got into a conversation with the race control guys last night or night before last, I guess it was, about setting up this dirt session and how they wanted to approach it. And gave them a little insight, gave them a little pointer, and I tell you what, track looks great. I think these guys are going to have a blast. These big old heavy trucks getting dirty. Loving it. I'm a dirt guy, so I'm always going to enjoy watching the big cars, the NASCAR stuff go around on the dirt. I think it's fantastic. The years that they brought all the cars to this, I thought were great. I didn't like the Bristol stuff. I thought that was a little, I don't know, circus more than racing. But when they were here, especially that first time when they brought the trucks here, man, I'll tell you what, that was some fun racing. Now, I wish they'd go to some different tracks around, maybe hit a Knoxville and, you know, some of the bigger tracks around the country and put shows on for the local fans. But I don't run NASCAR. If I did, we wouldn't have stage racing. But bring me to a dirt track, and as long as you put the cars out there and they go round and round, I'm a pretty happy camper. Good evening, Miss Jane. Well, hello, Robert Martin. Glad to see you in chat. Hope everything is doing well and you're recovering faster than expected, and everything is perfect. Oh, there we go. That was Mr. Forstner. And that's going to be the end of practice. So now we got to go through the qualifying. And then we're going to break out and go into heat races. We'll try to watch as many of them as we can. Watch this guy right here for sure. 77 truck of Sean McLaughlin. First to hit the racing surface. He'll go around and get himself onto the clock. I might have got that a little sideways. He's going to need to straighten that up before he gets around there the next time. He's going to be going a little bit quicker. Trying to keep it as straight as you possibly can. 8 cautions. Is that for the whole night, all through the heats and all the way through the feature? Because, yeah, unless they turn cautions off for the heat races, I think 8 might be the first 3 heat races. So, McLaughlin was the quickest. 1954 sets the mark. Let's go grab a couple more of these guys. I saw Paul Bohannon real quick. Michael Everett goes right to the top. Ryan Kamba now in the 204 car. Wow, Napster. Oh, Napster. Talk about a throwbacker. This guy right here. He brought Tab out this season. He's brought Napster out. I mean, that's fantastic. Adam Vinny, the quickest. Lumber dude. Getting after it right now. Got the limousine wound up. Second time by, just a tick slower. It went 18.77. Combo was a little slower on his. He was about 0.3 slower. Householder now, Austin Householder, trying to get the truck up to speed. He is 19th quick. Here goes Tony Martin. Overpowered the corner. This will be a 0-time lap, so he's going to have to set it up and try again right here. Dirt is a whole different skill set than running on that pavement. And he's going to get a 0 time for this one too, unfortunately. Jacob Lamb and Nick Lamb are out running laps right now. Corey Boudinot has completed his laps. He is third quick. We're used to seeing him in the late models. Noah Abbott bumped Adam Vinny down. I didn't even see that happen, but he moved him down by almost a tenth. Nick Lamb gets his second lap to count. It's the only one they will count. He goes 18:89, and that's good for fifth quick. So, Paul Pfeffer, Tony Martin. Tony Martin, we saw him. He did nothing but struggle in turn number 3. Got up there and jumped the cushion, put the car in the fence. And could not score a time. But like I was saying, driving dirt, especially with all this horsepower, that's a completely different animal than going out here and riding these big old, 3,800-pound trucks around in the half-mile oval on asphalt. You got a completely different set of skills you got to use. Well, we can tell that all the Victory Vinnies are in the house tonight. Guys, we don't care where you're watching from. YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let us know you're out there. Say hi in the chat. Share your favorite driver out, whatever it is. And if you're on Facebook, like, share, and follow. Do the same. So good luck at the facilities. You can see pit road is full all the way from end to end. And we are just waiting on the last few seconds of this session to run out so we can start getting into our heat racing. It has been a hot minute. We're going to go here tonight. We're coming right back here on Monday night, I believe. I think Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Midwest Barbecue Equipment 360 Sprint cars come here for the second show on Monday night. I think. Scotty King, you might be able to tell me. Surprised you didn't try your hand at this, Mr. King. It's kind of fun. I mean, I like running the trucks on dirt. Let's see what we are looking at here. 74 degrees for our air temperature. Just a little bit of humidity. Not much. 33%. Track way cooler, and it should hold the moisture a lot longer as a 8-degree cooler or 10-degree cooler track. So this place just under a half mile, about 4/10. All right, we are ready for heat racing. We're going to get ready to line them up on the end of pit road. It's going to be the 32 of Noah Abbott and the 51 of Jonathan Scott in row number 1. Ryan Kamba in the 204 next to Todd Kyer in the 08. That's your second row. Your third row will be Jacob Lamb in the 20, Russell Harold in the 79. Then Chris Emerson, the 42, Frank Ranger, the 17. They make up row number 4 and row 5. Well, that'll be Austin Householder in the 75 and Tony Martin in the double deuces. To the back, there comes Householder and Martin. So all 10 cars made it out. 10, 10, and 9 for our counts in heat races. 3 heat races. They are setting the starting order for tonight's A main. The 360s are on Monday. Are they at Eldora? That was the question, Scott. We just did the 410s Monday night, so I was pretty sure we're back to 360s. I just couldn't remember if they were at Eldora because I think the big blocks have already been there. All right, we're going to get ready to kick things off. Heat number 1 of 3. Pace truck will duck off right here in turn number 4, 8. Laps for our heat races.
Green, green, green.
And we're waiting for the green flag to get things started. Down to the bottom, Abbott found a little bit of sticky down there. He'll grab the lead clear. Scott and Campbell going at it for second. Scott will go up, find some fence. Campbell will go up and find some Scott. Next thing you know, we got a parking lot on the front stretch. No caution. I don't think the cautions are on. There we go. Now we got one. So it's really going to start right here with Combine. We got the drone cam tonight, folks, so let's pick it up there. You'll see they get down here in the corner and both trucks just overpower the entry and up the hill. Can't get it to turn. A good tap of the brakes right there when he had them left, them front tires turned to the left. Probably would have got the nose to plant enough to turn that truck. So we'll have a slowdown. We'll get a restart. Lumber Dude Syndicate. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got a... Only one of them is here, though, right? Because the jackwagon, I tried to call him today, and he did not answer, nor did he return my call. And I don't know, is the land yacht here tonight? I'd have to go through the list and look and see. All right, we'll watch the pace trucker right here. We'll see. Do the lights go off? Are we about to get a restart? Indeed, those flashing lights do turn off. So down here in turn 4, we will get a restart. Are we double filing? It looks like we're going to double file them right back up. Maybe I'll have to check and see. Tony Martin lining up at the back of this thing. Noah Abbott once again on the throttle. Good, clean restart. Kyer around the top. Looks like he is going to be able to grab second. Harold is up to third. And then Jonathan Scott, Ryan Kamba, 4 and 5 right now. They were second and third when that whole thing started. Now they're running 4th and 5th. Move around the bottom. You can see that left front fender gone on the 51 truck. Shouldn't affect the handling of it because we're not going fast enough for that to be a problem. Just looks weird on the truck. Abbott out in front. White flag is already out. And he's making it look pretty easy. Heat number 1. Track looks good from top to bottom. The entry's wearing out just a tiny bit, but everything else looks fantastic. We're going to come out of 4. Heat number 1 will go into the books. Abbott, Kyer, Harold, then Scott, Martin, Kamba, Emerson, Lamb, Householder, and Ranger. So Tony Martin restarted 10th and moved his way to 5th there in that last 5-6 laps. So that'll get him a pretty decent starting spot in tonight's A-Main. We'll get ready for our second of 3 heat races. This is how we're going to line them up. It's going to be the Lumber Dude Limousine, the 11 of Adam Vinny on pole, and Nick Lamb in the 67 will be on his outside. Michael Everett in the 8. He starts inside row number 2 next to Brandon Momaker in the 6. Love the Waffle House truck. Just love the Waffle House deal. Marcus De La Garza, the 99, to row 3 inside with Justin Waddell in the 33 on his outside, and that is a neat scheme on that 33. I like the Looney Tunes stuff. Moving on to row number 4, Paul Bohanic and Coy Callis, the 3 and the 2 side by side. And then Timothy McDonald in the 38 and Paul Pfeffer in the 15 will round out our field for heat number 2. There you go. There's a good cause. Good to have that on a truck out here. '99. I wanted to get down here to that 33 truck. I like that. I'm a big fan of the Looney Tunes stuff. I loved when they Did it at Richmond back in the early 2000s on all of the Cup cars. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We are about ready to go green for heat number 2. Seed Squatch. Jason Schilling in the chat again tonight. Maybe becoming a regular, brother.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, a great start for Vinny. Not so good for Nick Lamb. He had that thing wagging all over the place right at the beginning. Car out of shape back there. That's Marcus De La Garza in the 99. We're singled out all the way back to McDonald and Company back here, and I think they're getting it worked out finally. Oh, maybe not. The 2 truck. Run the 38 a little wide right there. I think 38 overreacted to that a little. Probably let him go ahead and get you in the door, and you may not get the fence, but these guys come from running asphalt. They are not big dirt guys. This guy up front is. Adam Vinny, he's able to go run them anywhere and do pretty well. So he's got about a second lead over Nick Lamb. Bowmaker is third. Those top 3 have a huge gap back to 4th place Michael Everett. And Everett is getting a challenge now from the 15 of Pfeffer. Pfeffer is just steady running the high line. Now he moves it down to the middle this time in 3 and 4. But 1 and 2, he was right out to the fence, and he was keeping the truck pretty straight. And he was making a little bit of ground. These guys are battling about almost 5 seconds off the lead. Vinny's got it lined up. Getting pretty straight on the exits. He's about to put the 99 of De La Garza a lap down. And in a heat race, that's saying a lot. Right up to him. There goes a truck a lap down. That's going to be the 38 of Timothy McDonald. Now to the inside of Garza's truck, and he will go ahead and put him a lap down as well. Hello, Mindy. Welcome to chat. White flag coming out this time, and I'll tell you what, if he didn't take some paint off the wall up there, Mr. Vinny scared the wall for sure. Down the back stretch for the final time in heat number 2. It looks like Adam Vinny's going to punch a ticket. If not on the front row, real close to the front row for tonight's big feature. He wins heat 2. Lamb second. Bowmaker third. A ways back to Mr. Everett in the 4th spot, and then Pfeffer and Waddell right behind him. Bohonic 7th. Callis just now coming out of 4. He'll be 8th. And then the 2 lap down trucks. Garza in 9th and McDonald wrapping things up. One more heat, should be 9 cars. And we'll look at them starting like this. Corey Boudinot, the 34, on the pole with Brock Bigelow. There you go. There's Yelin Yacht, the 27, outside of the front row in this final heat. Dakota Henderson, the 69 truck, inside row number 2, next to Mike Forstner in the 4. And then the 10 of Dustin Lamb and the 77 of Sean McLaughlin will make up row number 3. Corey Blevins in the 24, Dakota Dennis in the 19 in that final full row, and then Kevin Dampier in the 29, making up our final starting spot. Boudinot, multi-time winner on the Midwest Late Model Tour. In here putting dirt under a truck this time. I think he's just a dirt guy. All right, pace truck will get out of the way, and we will watch 34, the 27. Boudinot and Bigelow off the front row for the final heat.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. Off the bottom, sliding up the hill. Boudinot across the nose of Bigelow. They'll go 1-2. Henderson up to third. Bigelow trying to go a lane lower, see if he can do something with it. Here comes Forstner. Forstner was down the bottom, had a good run through the corner, just didn't have an exit lane, or he might have been able to pass everybody. He'll settle back to fourth. The battle will be for second. Boudinot still up top. Henderson now ekes his way back around behind Bigelow. Bigelow, oh, no contact there. Brock's going to save it. He'll hang on to second as well. Good piece of driving by that guy right there. These two have been going at it since we dropped the green flag, and I thought for a second Henderson was going to clear Bigelow on the top side, and it just didn't happen. Boudinot out to a substantial lead. Now we're going back here a little further. McLaughlin, Lamb, Blevins are all doing battle. They're almost 3 wide a second ago out of turn number 4. Little bump getting in. They're going to continue to battle. We'll go back here. Now Bigelow's starting to open the gap on Henderson. Boudinot will come to the 3-to-go signal. Forstner still 4th. McLaughlin is clearly into 5th. Here comes Blevins around the top side. He's got something going up here on the very outside. He just takes it up there and lets it hammer the fence. Didn't get a good exit that time. Up the hill, he lets it bump the fence. He's able to get back to the throttle. Two to go last time by. We're coming to the 1-to-go signal, and Boudinot's already out of 4. He sees the white flag. Lap truck ways in front, but it ain't going to be a factor because he's going to finish before they get to the lap truck. The lap truck will cross the white flag and get all of his laps in. That's the 29 of Dampier. Boudinot wins heat 3. Bigelow, Henderson, Forstner, McLaughlin. Then Blevins and Lamb are going at it. I don't know. I think Dakota Dennis is going to come around here, finishing 8th. And then Dampier will wrap things up. "35 laps here. We're already lining them up. Wasted no time getting there. All 29 trucks going forward. It's going to be the 32 of Abbott, the 11 of Vinny on the front row, then Boudinot and Kyer. 34 and 08 in row 2, the 67 of Lamb next to the 27 of Bigelow. Harold in the 79, Bowmaker in the 6 in row 4. Row 5 is Henderson, the 69, Scott, the 51. The 8 of Everett and the 4 of Forstner in row number 6. 22 of Tony Martin, Paul Pfeffer in the 15. They are row 7. Row 8 is the 77 of McLaughlin and the 204 of Kamba. Waddell in the 33, Blevins in the 24. They're back in row number 9. Row 10, Emerson the 42, Bohanic in the 3. Dustin Lamb in the 10 and Jacob Lamb in the 20. They are side by side, Lamb Motorsports guys in row number 11. Coy Callis and Dakota Dennis, the 2 and 19, making up a row at number 12. We'll move to the last handful of rows here. It's Householder in the 75 and De La Garza in the 99. That is row 13. Row 14 is Dampier, the 29, and Ranger in the 17. And Timothy McDonald, Outback Jack in the 38 on row number 15. "35 laps. All right, we're about ready to get after it. Pace truck getting out of the way.
Green flag.
Green flag. We're in the dirt. Unfamiliar territory by the Midwest Truck Series. At Eldora underway. Boudinot from third goes to the bottom. He's looking to grab the lead. Abbott said, I don't think so. Right by him on the top side. Down the front stretch, lap one. We'll go to Noah Abbott. Boudinot second. Vinny third. You could have put a blanket on him. Would have been easy to do, almost 4 wide. This time Vinny goes from the top to the bottom. Will he go for the slider down here in 3 and 4? Locks it in on the bottom. He's going to try to power it out. And Adam Vinny goes to the point. He leads lap number 2. Abbott, slider, caution right away. Paul Bohannick. Let's see what happened to Mr. Bohannick in that 3 truck. Oh, it come down off the berm, and he got a little feisty with the throttle. I saw the wheels spin. He didn't hit anybody. Nobody hit him. Everybody should be able to continue. The battle at the front was pretty intense, and I think Abbott was going to get the lead back, but the caution fell, and that leaves Adam Vinny at the point. Abbott second. Boudinot, Lamb, and Kyer are the top 5. Bigelow is 6th. Bowmaker, Martin, Henderson, and Pfeffer are top 10 right now. Quick one this evening. We are feature time right now. All right, getting them doubled up. We're getting ready to go back to the green. Vinny already with multiple wins on the season, went back-to-back at the road course, and turned around and won the very next week at the Oval. Podium finish last week and trying to get back to victory lane in the dirt this week. He's going to have his hands full here. Almost got turned around right there on the nose of the 32, and that'll open the door for the 34 of Boudinot. Boudinot, big slider. Drove it in hard and long and low, and now he's going to have a battle crossover from Vinny. Vinny goes back to the lead.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution behind. Chris Emerson in the 42. The Mobile 1 truck, let's see what happened to him. I bet it's going to be similar to what happened. Nope. 19 truck, Dakota Dennis got a little out of shape and just tapped that left rear corner. Turned Emerson. Nobody has been collected in these. They've been solo deals. So we're going to keep all 29 trucks on the track and all 29 trucks on the lead lap. Caution laps are not counting. Dirt tradition. This time, though, it's going to be Vinny and Boudinot on the front row, and Abbott will fall to the inside of that second row, and Nick Lamb will pull up on his outside. We'll look a little further back. There's the 204 of Kamba. He sits in 14th. Waddell right in front. Everett is right behind. Then the other Lamb, Dustin Lamb. Then the other Lamb, Jacob Lamb, is a couple of trucks behind that. So we'll get ready for our restart here. Still about 20 laps to go. No, 30 laps to go. Man, my math is off today. That's twice today I've messed it up. Pace truck out of the way. Adam Vinny looking for the loud pedal.
Flag, green flag.
Got a pretty good start. Truck stayed straight. Boudinot give him a little shot in the rear end to get him going around turns 1 and 2, and then Boudinot drags the fence coming out of the corner. Abbott stays down to the bottom. He's challenging for the lead. He's right there. He's got it by a nose, but can he hang on to it to the line? Yes, he did. Vinny around the outside. Now with the momentum, he'll clear Abbott. Abbott will have to fight back and work below Boudinot. It's too wide behind. Bigelow on the top. Lamb right through the center of the track, and Bigelow will move to fourth. He gets the advantage. Here comes Boudinot for the lead. Vinny has found the momentum on a lap truck in front of him. That is going to be Frank Ranger. Ranger got the truck out of shape, had a problem. He is slow on the inside, getting into 3 and 4. Not damaged enough to take it to the infield. He'll just try to stay on the bottom and let him work around it. Bigelow's trying to work his way up and into the mix with the top 3. Caution behind Coy Callis, the 2 truck. Looks like out of 3 and 4, or out of 1 and 2 there. He looks pretty good. Oh, little contact there. Now he's going to spin around. I think leaders were coming. Yeah, right there. So good choice by him. He'll get to stay on the lead lap because the caution came before they got past him. I say that, and maybe he won't, because it does look like he's going to get scored down the lap. Nah, maybe not. Timing and scoring just now catching up. Third caution. Somebody said 8. We had a couple in the heat, so we're at 5. We still have 25 laps remaining. Just all right, lights are off on our pace truck. That means we're getting ready to go back. Adam Vinny trying to get another clean restart. He'll move close up the hill. He didn't quite get there. This time Boudinot may have an advantage on the top side, getting it wound up. Drug the fence again. Abbott will have the lead. Contact between your top 3. They sort it out amongst themselves. They'll keep it going, but Abbott will have the lead. Boudinot to second. Lamb goes to third, and Vinny falls to fourth, but they're too wide, too deep. For the top 4, Bigelow in 5th, the only truck not right in the middle of that. Now he is as heel work by Nick Lamb. Adam Vinny trying to hang on to third. He got a little close to the fence. Boudinot and Abbott still going. Hammer and tongs around the top. Slider didn't work. Abbott was able to drive out of turn number 2 and take the lead. This time goes up right rears into the fence. Close battle. Top 6-7 trucks are right there, and Abbott slammed the door on Boudinot with the slider right there. You can get a lot of momentum off the top side, but I'll tell you what, getting in on the bottom, if you can get the truck to rotate and just plant at the right spot, the launch coming off the corner will make up for all the momentum the guys on the high side have. There goes Adam Vinny on the outside, moving himself to second. Lamb and Bigelow are still going at it for fourth back here. They stay side by side. We'll creep inside of 20 to go this time. Go for a ride. Speaking of, thanks for the sponsors. Kevin Spalding, why aren't you out here? Oh, into the fence, Bigelow. Able to get it going again. He gives up the spot. Lamb with the slider right on the nose. That'll drop Bigelow back to 5th. Lap traffic about to be a factor. Abbott is about to get into some pretty heavy lap traffic. Callis, Bohannick, and Householder. I can see those 3 in front. I can also see Emerson up there in the 42 truck. Bump to the fence. Slide back, Adam Vinny. You see the right rears on these things are already mashed up. Noah Abbott about to be in lap traffic. Paul Bohannick will be the first. Just leaving him a sliver of room up top. Householder is up there. He's kind of getting in front of your leader. They'll have to cut down, go 3 wide through turn 4, but top 2 escape through, and now Coy Callis is going to have what I think is a lot of problems. You know what? I don't think it was Callis this time. Honestly, I don't. I think it's Frank Ranger. Yeah, it's Frank Ranger. Out of 4, he is going to loop this thing right here. Right there. He just got way too heavy on the throttle. The leaders are going to go by right there. And still, nobody in the crash other than the guy that is getting flagged for it. So Householder, Bohannick, Callis, and Ranger are all laps down. They're the only guys off the lead lap. We still have 23 trucks on the lead lap. McDonald and Dampier out. So 27 on the track, 23 on the lead lap. Would have been the caution. I don't know. We're down to about 13 laps to go. Abbott, Vinny, Boudinot, Lamb, Bigelow, Martin, Bowmaker, Kyer, Pfeffer, and Everett are the top 10 right now. Waiting to see if somebody like a Tony Martin can make a run there from, 6th, 7th place. Late in this thing, maybe saved a little bit of rubber. And can get this restart, maybe get himself in contention to come up here and do some of these guys that have been going at it so hard all night long. We're going to get a restart. Outside row win. I don't know. That may not go well with race control, but we'll see. Abbott's got the lead. Lamb will get around Vinny. Vinny did not get a great start. He fell back already to third, make it fourth. He's right in front of Brock Bigelow now. Boudinot is down on the bottom. Caution, pile up back in turn number 3. That's Michael Everett in the 8 truck. Bumps the fence. He's going to get some help there. Collect 1, collect 2, collect 3. So it's Russell Harold in the 79. There's Bohanic in the 3. I saw Lamb in the 10. He was part of it. Dustin Lamb. So it looks like at the time of the caution, Abbott was out front, Vinny was second, Nick Lamb is third, Boudinot fourth, Bigelow fifth, Martin sixth, Bowmaker seventh, Kyer, Pfeffer, and Scott now comes into the top 10 as Sean McLaughlin and company, Dustin Lamb, Jacob Lamb all fall out. Corey Blevins right there outside the top 10 as well. We're going to double them up. We're getting close to 10 to go here. That had to be caution 5 for the feature, and I believe caution number 7 or 8 overall for the evening. Abbott with a good start off the top. He'll keep the lead. Boudinot tried to go with him. Adam Vinny closed that door rather quickly. Boudinot go to third. Lamb will slide in front of Bigelow for fourth. Here comes Tony Martin trying to make a bid to get inside the top 5. Six truck of Bowmaker. Wants a 2-wide affair, and he was right in the middle of the track. Able to control the slide, stay out of the left side of that 22 of Martin. But up front, now it looks like Abbott. Really running close to the fence. That was a slider from Boudinot. Vinny's able to cross it back over. Now throws one of his own. Gap's opening up. It's 0.8 of a second. We're inside 10 to go, and Boudinot's not done with the sliders. I think he and Vinny are going to be locked in Mortal Kombat for the rest of this thing. Noah Abbott, unless he makes a mistake, he's in a pretty good position right here. 0.8 of a second lead. Looks like he's pretty much on cruise control. He's got it right up to the ledge right there. Slow truck in front. That's Frank Ranger, and he's going to have to go around him low. Ranger up by the fence. He lets the top 3, top 4, top 5 get by clean. I think that truck is heavily damaged down the right side. He's going to have a pretty tough time trying to keep it under him. Up front, Abbott around Bohanic again. Still 0.8 of a second. The lap truck keeping the slider battle to a minimum right now. They're going to run into the back of Frank Ranger. No, not Frank Ranger. Who is that? Coy Callis in the 2 truck right in front of your leader. We're down to 4 laps to go. Gap not changing 1 inch. Stays the same, 0.8. Vinny's got some breathing room on Boudinot for the moment. Now they go around the top side to get around Householder. 3 to go. If you got anything left, you're going to have to let it out right now. Lap truck right in front of Vinny. He had to slow a little, and Boudinot's got to run. Will he go for the slider in 3 and 4? Yes, he does. Side by side for second. 2 to go. Boudinot out of 2. Nick's defense slows himself. Now Vinny's got an advantage. White flag coming out. It's over a second. Second, third, and fourth, nose to tail. Boudinot goes for the slider again. Vinny down the hill. Final time. Out of turn number 4, Noah Abbott will win at Eldora for the Midwest Truck Series. Adam Vinny's going to hang on for second. Boudinot third. Lamb in fourth. And Brock Bigelow rounding out the top 5. All right. Martin was 6th, Bowmaker 7, Kyer in 8th. 9th was Scott Pfeffer, 10th. Lamb, Jacob Lamb, that is, 11th. Blevins 12th, Dustin Lamb 13th, McLaughlin 14th, Forstner 15th. Waddell was 16th, Comba 17th, and Henderson in 18th. Harold 19th, Everett 20th, De La Garza 21st, Emerson 22nd, Dennis 23rd, Householder 24th. 25th was Callis, Bohanic in 26th, 27th to Ranger, 28th to McDonald, and 29th, early exit for Mr. Dampier. All right, let's find our drivers. Boudinot is there. He's ready to go. I got to find the rest of these guys, so you'll have to bear with me, folks. It may take me a minute, but there is one. Okay, I got myself out of that mess. Let's see, Noah Abbott. Where is Noah Abbott? Noah, there is Noah. Boy, this might be interesting trying to get him all the way up here. So we're going to move him. And then we're going to move him again. And now let's get our third place driver in here. We've seen him in the late model series. Now we see him in the truck series, and he doesn't disappoint. Corey, another good dirt run, and I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of a dirt guy.
Yeah, definitely a dirt guy, and I knew this race was on the schedule, and they said this is the last race. If you want to run the rest of the season, you got to show up. So, hey, what better event to choose than Eldora to make my debut in the truck series, right?
Well, this is a pretty good group of guys. It's a very competitive bunch. You got a bunch of asphalt guys out here. They put on a pretty good show on dirt.
Yeah, some of these dudes, they probably run more asphalt than I do, and I figured dirt would be my best chance at probably winning all season long, and I mean, third is all right, I guess, and maybe, I might show up all season now.
Well, it'd be fun to have you, man. You had some great competition, big slider battle. You and Abbott and you and Vinny and all you guys at the front, top 5 were all pretty tight until the very, very end right there. Pretty good racing. Did lap traffic play any kind of a factor at the end of this thing?
Yeah, the lap cars kind of got a little bit there in front of Vinny, and I used one to slide him, and Vinny is just good at running these trucks around here, and he was able to get back on me, and I can't really hold off a comeback slider when he does it.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, Fusion Setups Shop, Random Designs Paint Services, SRC Miller Racing, Red Slice Racing, Red Slice Gaming, OSR Network, you doing your thing up here in your Beardsconsin thing, or whatever you call it, and the league for putting their thing on.
All right, my man. Thanks for chatting with us, and congrats on a great run here. We'll look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Yeah, thanks.
Corey Boudinot finishing in third tonight. Now let's get that other Beardsconsin dude up here. He's got the front of this thing all mashed in. I think that came with a lap car he was trying to pass. But Adam Vinny, we saw you shine out for a while. Then you got in a little bit of a battle back there in second place is where you're going to finish here.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. Could be worse.
Well, I know you got some prowess in the dirt stuff. We saw you come out, put up a good qualifying lap. You did well in your heat race. Started close to the front in this thing for these 35 laps, and you battled hard. What was the deciding factor in you not being able to run down the 32 truck at the end there?
The crazy sliders. I just couldn't. I was actually running them down, and then that caution came out. Bunch us back up again, and then just those crazy sliders, and I just had to dig deep under them and get back to the high side. He'd throw another slider, so it was just revolution door.
Yeah.
Reveille door.
Well, I thought you guys might throw sliders every corner for the rest of the race and then lap cars, and it almost really shook it up and cost you the spot.
Yeah. I think the first time we caught them, I was making my way to the inside to actually go for the pass, so I was excited, and then the caution came out. Really didn't want to see that, but then, yeah, we started catching them again, and I started licking my chops. Figured it was going to help me out again, but I think it helped me secure the second place for sure.
Well, an awesome run, man. Give me some shout-outs and thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate.
I appreciate you, Roger. Good to hear you, man. Yeah, this Midwest Truck Series is fantastic. All the guys, just want to thank all of them. I want to thank my parents, Beardsconsin Small Batch Beard Oils and Bombs, Next Level Litigation Support, Puma, BYB Extreme, Fridge Brick Time, It's Wisconsin, you know. Just everybody for the love and support. My girlfriend upstairs, my kids. Just, yeah, appreciate everybody showing up and supporting.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you again on track here real soon. Maybe Monday in the big blocks.
Maybe. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
All right, buddy. Have a good evening.
You too, bud.
That is Adam Vinny. He finishes in second. And now let's get to tonight's winner. He had to do it late, but he fought for it all night long, and then he just kind of pulled away. Noah Abbott, dirt looks good for you.
Yeah, yep. I came from dirt, been running it for a while. It's definitely my thing for sure. Oval is just, it's a different world, but definitely getting the hang of it as well.
Well, you know, you're kind of a dirt guy that runs with the oval guys. You shined out here a little bit tonight, but you got a dirt guy, Corey Boudinot, that came in. He put up a challenge.
Who?
Pretty much. Corey. He put up a challenge
Corey?
all night long. Oh, yeah.
Corey showed up to this race? I didn't see him.
You are so full of it. He's sliding
Someone
on
DM
you.
him and ask him if he's up. I didn't see him in this race today. I thought he was a dirt guy.
He is the dirt guy. He finished third tonight, but he was up there
Well, I'll take
battling
the
you
crown
guys.
tonight. I'll take the crown.
So from one
that was
dirt
good
guy to
running.
another, you're going to give him the old thumb across the chin. That's what you're doing here, right?
Oh, yeah. That was a good run between us three. Definitely I knew Adam and Corey were going to be top dogs to beat, and I just kind of let him battle it out before. So that way I had the chance to kind of dive in there.
Well, you got the lap traffic, and I thought once or twice that it might be detrimental for you. You had to thread the needle there with about 5 to go. Little nerves right there when you got to those guys?
Yeah, that guy kind of, I didn't know if he was going to go low or high. I just took a high, and he pinched me up there up top for sure. That was kind of sketch.
Well, an awesome run, man. I don't know if there's any more dirt on the schedule, but if there is, you were definitely going to watch for the 32 truck.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs,
He
buddy,
probably won't
before we
show
let
up
you
to
go.
the next one. Yeah.
Said he might try to run the rest of the season on the asphalt, so you might want to watch out.
Shoot, it's all good fun. Sponsors for sure, Beardsconsin. Thanks for putting this on. Really appreciate you doing this, and also Fanatec, Heatwave Visual, Black Rifle Coffee, JR1 Racing Oil, who else we got? My girlfriend here. She's always a supporter here next to me, listening to me yell and scream at this game. But yeah, all around, it was a good fun race.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the win. I look forward to seeing you back next week when we go back to real truck racing.
All righty. We'll see you.
Thank you, Noah. Noah Abbott picking up the win tonight. He is a fun interview. I don't care. I'll have him back in the booth again. That was fun. I like when a guy likes to pull your leg a little bit. He pulled the other one that plays Jingle Bells. He didn't know that, I'm sure. All right, guys, that is going to do it for us here Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had a lot of fun doing it. These guys always put on a fantastic show. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night about the same time, about that 8:45, 9 o'clock Eastern. And we will have the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series double show. They run a double feature deal. It's 2 different shows, but, man, they go so fast. They do heat races and set up the field for the first one, and then they come in and qualify a B main, and the field's already set up for the second one. So a lot of fun for them. Make sure you tune in and say hi to me in the chat. And then we'll start it all again next Monday night, Dirt Slingers at 8 Eastern. Until then, thank you for being here. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we saw here tonight, trucks on dirt, always fun. There is nothing for us to cover, so pats on the back and high five all around. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side